Hello, my little mathematicians. Today, we're going to go over combining like terms when we're also doing the distributive property. Okay, so to simplify an expression, the first thing we need to do is take care of any distributive property action that needs to be done. Okay. Um, so you do the distributive property, which is basically just multiplication, if needed. Okay. So anytime you see a number in front of parentheses with no sign between them, that means you're going to distribute it. You're going to take the number out in front and multiply it to this term and multiply that number to this term as well. Okay. Once you've taken care of the distributive property, then you combine or put together any like terms. So let's go ahead and take a look. Example 1 says Kennedy bought 3 packages of Halloween candy. Each pack contained 20 apple candies, so 20A, and 20 cherry candies, so 20C. She also had 5 apple candies and 2 cherry candies left over from last year. So how much total candy does she have? Well, I'm going to first distribute this 3 to the 20A and 20C, which means I'm going to do 3 times 20A plus do the 3 times 20C. Now that 3 is only being distributed to the numbers that are inside the parentheses. Then you just tack on the plus 5A and plus 2C here. So what is 3 times 20A? That's 60A. Plus, what's 3 times 20C? That's 60C. Plus 5A plus 2C. Now I need to look for any like terms. I see an A here, and I see an A there. So what's 60 plus 5? She has 65 apple candies. Then I see this like term with that like term. You have 60 plus 2, which is 62C. Now do me a favor and remember, no work equals no credit, right? So what we actually are going to do is first you distribute this, the 3 to the 20A and the 3 to the 20C. Then you simplify what those are. Then you box or circle or star or highlight your like terms. Please do not do that within here because this is not really 20A. This is 3 times 20A. And this isn't just a 20C, it's 3 times 20C. So you don't identify your like terms until after you're done distributing everything. Okay, let's go ahead and try this one. It says 3 times 5A first, plus 3 times 2B. Well, what's 3 times 5A? That's 15A. Plus, what's 3 times 2B? That's 6B. Can you combine those? No, that's an A and that's a B. So that's as far as I can go. Okay, for my next one, I'm going to distribute the 5 to the 2C and then bring down my minus sign, then distribute that 5 to the 8. Well, what's 5 times 2C? 10C. Minus what's 5 times 8? 40. I can't combine those because this has a C and that's a constant. So that's as far as I can go. Okay, my next one. I'm going to distribute this 2 to the 10x, bring down your plus sign, then distribute that 2 to the 3. Don't forget to tack on that minus 4 at the end. And you're not distributing that 2 to the negative 4 because this 2 is only touching these numbers inside the parentheses. Okay, 2 times 10x is 20x, plus 2 times 3 is 6, minus 4. Now, before I just box my answer, hey, look, these are like terms. They're both constants. So you have 20x plus 6 minus 4 is 2. And again, don't forget to circle or star or highlight or box, whatever your sign in front of your term. So then you remember it's not 6 plus 4, it's 6 minus 4. And that's how we got that plus 2 there. Okay. Why don't you go ahead and try these 3? Pause the video and then try them, unpause it, and then come back and join us. Okay? So hopefully you paused and unpaused. You're back with us. Let's see how you did. You distributed the 3 to the n plus, then you distributed the 3 to the 6 and tacked on that 4n. Well, 3 times n is 3n. 3 times 6 is 18. And tack on that 4n, which this is a like term, and the 4n is a like term. Well, 3 plus 4 is 7n. And then don't forget your constant at the end of 18. Okay, this next one, nothing's happening with the 12a, so I'm just going to bring that guy down. Plus, distribute that 2 to the a, and then minus, I'm going to distribute that 2 to the 3b. Okay, so you have 12a plus 2 times a is just 2a, minus 2 times 3b is 6b. Do you see any like terms? Hopefully you identified 12a and 2a, and 12 plus 2 is 14a minus 6b. Okay. For our next one, I have a 7x plus x plus 3 times that 4 minus 3 times that x. So 7x plus x plus 3 times 4 is 12, minus 3 times x is just 3x. So I see an x term, another x term, and another x term. So combine your coefficients. What's 7 plus 1? 8. What's 8 minus 3? 5. So you have 5x plus 12. Okay. How are you doing so far? Hopefully pretty well. Okay, now this one, kind of tricky here. You're doing the distributive property twice within the same problem. First, I need to distribute the 3 to the n, plus then distribute the 3 to the 8. Then, see plus, you're going to do that 5 times 2n, minus you're going to do that 5 times the 1. So now let's simplify. 3 times n is 3n, plus 3 times 8 is 24. 5 times 2n is 10n. And 5 times 1 is 5. So now you have 3n and 10n. Well, 3 plus 10 is 13n's. And then you have these two constants of 24 and negative 5. Well, 24 minus 5 is 19. I mean, you can always pause and try them yourself and then unpause it and come back if you want to challenge yourself. Okay? Let's see. You have 5e squared plus, now you have the 3 times the e. Bring down your minus. Then you have the 3 times the 4. And then minus 3e squared. Okay, so let's simplify this. You have 5e squared plus 3 times e is 3e, minus 3 times 4 is 12, minus 3e squared. Okay, look for your like terms. I see an e squared and another e squared. Well, what's 5 minus 3? 2e squareds. Then we have this 3e right there. And then finally you have the constant of minus 12. When there's two variables, different letters, put them in alphabetical order. So A before B. If there's two letters that are the same, you put whatever one has the higher exponent first. So e squared, then e, then no e at all. Constants are always the ones at the end. Okay, you haven't tried one yourself. Why don't you try one? Number 10 is pretty tricky. Let's see how you did. 4h squared plus 5 times h plus 5 times that 2k. And then tack on that minus 7k squared. Well, 4h squared plus 5 times h is 5h, plus 5 times 2 is 10k, minus 7k squared. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, right? So between the h's, you have the h squared all by its lonesome. Then you have the 5h. And then between these two, you want to put the one that has the higher exponent first. And then that one. And there you go. There were no like terms to combine. So that's it. Okay, this next one. Let's make sure we pay attention to what the directions are asking. Okay, it says determine if all the expressions are equivalent. So first of all, I need to simplify them. Okay, this one, that's a y, that's a constant. I can't simplify it anymore, so this is just 5y plus 10. Here, that's a like term, and that's a like term. So 9 minus 4 is 5y plus 10. Done. Here, I need to distribute, so you have 5 times 2 plus 5 times y. Well, 5 times 2 is 10, plus 5 times y is 5y. And then if we wanted to rewrite it, you have 5y plus 10. Okay, now this last one. You have a y, an 8y, and a negative 4y. Well, 1 plus 8 is 9. 9 minus 4 is 5y. Then we have these two constants of 6 plus 4, which is 10. So 5y plus 10, this simplifies to 5y plus 10, that simplifies to 5y plus 10, and that guy simplifies to 5y plus 10. So all of these are equivalent to each other. So I would say, yes, they are equivalent. And why? Because they all simplify to 5y plus 10. Now, if even just one of these didn't simplify to 5y plus 10, then the answer would be no. Okay, just one bad apple would ruin the whole bunch. Okay, now this one says circle all the expressions are equivalent to 4x plus 12. So, simplify this. You have 4 times x, which is 4x, plus 4 times 3, which is 12. Okay, so that simplifies to 4x plus 12. So we have that guy. Okay, here you have a 3x and an x. Well, 3x plus x is 4x. Tack on the plus 12. So that guy simplifies to 4x plus 12. Okay, simplify these down. Pause it, unpause it, come back and join us. Okay, let's see how you did. When you distribute here, you have 4 times x minus 4 times 2. Well, 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times 2 is 8. Did that simplify to 4x plus 12? No. Here, you had 5 times x plus 5 times 2. Then you tacked on the minus x and the plus 2. Well, 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 2 is 10, minus x plus 2. What is 5x minus x? Because those are some like terms. Well, 5 minus 1 is 4x. Then you have these constants of 10 plus 2. What's 10 plus 2? 12. So did that one simplify to the same thing up here? Yes, it did. So only A, B, and D actually simplified to 4x plus 12. The only one that didn't was C. And there you go. All right, my little mathematicians. Hopefully you are now a master at both using the distributive property and combining like terms and identifying if terms are equivalent or not. You got this.